Hey Internet, I'm Mike, and I have opinions. The granddaddy of all UFO conspiracies is, of course, Roswell. I don't necessarily need to tell you guys how much of a linchpin conspiracy Roswell is. In case you need a refresher, something crashed on a small farm near Roswell, New Mexico in early July of 1947. Discovered by rancher Mac Brazel, he notified the authorities, and the rest is conspiracy history. Of the topics I've discussed the last few episodes, this is the first where we can prove there was an actual conspiracy going on. First, the Air Force made an announcement that they captured a flying saucer. This made it onto the radio and to the newspapers. Less than a day later, the story changed, and suddenly it was a downed weather balloon. I think we can safely call that bullshit. Whether or not you buy the whole alien thing, the Air Force was clearly lying. We know this because back in the 1980s, the Air Force then said the crash was part of a nuclear detection program called Mogul. It was meant to detect sound waves from any Soviet nuclear detonation. The program ran from 1947 to 1949. Personally, I still think they're lying. No, I don't think it was an alien ship, but I'm not sure what. I'm more inclined to think it was an early reconnaissance craft, but the U-2 program wasn't even started until the mid-50s, and Area 51 was used mostly as a gunnery and bomb range during World War II. I just don't know. It could have been Mogul, or it could have been a successor to that program. Why don't I buy the alien hypothesis, you ask? Easy. Most of what conspiracy theorists take as Roswell gospel didn't even come out until the 1970s. There certainly was no mention of bodies. Hell, before Stanton Friedman, called the godfather of modern ufology, interviewed a guy named Jesse Marcel, who was the only person known to have accompanied the debris to Fort Worth, Texas, the incident was largely forgotten. I don't know if these witnesses were lying or whatever, but in the intervening 30 years, nobody talked about this stuff. You can say all you want about secrecy oaths and whatever, but most of these witnesses were civilians. Tales of Men in Black aside, someone should have talked. Look, if you want a much better test case for UFO encounters, go look up the Rendlesham Forest incident or the Kecksburg incident. Both of these have more evidence and arguably better witnesses. Until next time, I have opinions, and so should you.